So now to the other point I wanted to make, important point I want to make is the anecdotes about how people are reacting, fighting, resisting and fighting. నిన్న వైట్ హౌస్ లో ఒక మీటింగ్ జరిగింది. ఆల్ గవర్నర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆల్ స్టేట్స్ దే వర్ దేర్. వైట్ హౌస్ లో మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు సో దిస్ హ్యాపెండ్. మెయిన్ గవర్నర్ జానెట్ మిల్లిస్
has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
Well, we are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state.
Enjoy your life after governor. I don't think you will ever be elected. So vindictiveness, pettiness, he just freaked out. Emundi. That's not a small thing, and to say to the president of the United States to his face, see you in court in front of so many people, that's not a small thing. That kind of defiance, that kind of bravery will bode well for the rest of the people who are itching for a fight, who are itching for some kind of a resistance. So that is extremely important. And the second thing is, I don't think I think he is shocked that she spoke like that to him, and then he has to get back with an insult. Of course, that is who he is. So this leads me to the other important development of the week, which is Congressman McCormick. This is Georgia's 7th congressional district law. I think he won recent election by I don't exactly know, but it is more than 30 points and matram telsu. So he had a town hall 2 days ago, and this happened at the town hall. So watch this.
Is rising in the White House, and a man has declared himself our king. So I would like to know, rather, the people would like to know what you, congressmen, and your fellow congressmen are going to do to rein in the megalomaniac in the White House.
I'm not going to give you my best foghorn leghorn response to that.
ఈ షో లైవ్ చేసినప్పుడు నేను చెప్పాలనుకున్న ఒక ముఖ్యమైన విషయం మర్చిపోయానండి. ఇది కాంగ్రెస్మన్ అన్నది విన్నారా? ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ యూ మై ఫాగ్ హార్న్ లెగ్ హార్న్ రెస్పాన్స్ టు దట్ అన్నాడు. సో హీ వాజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ మాకింగ్ ద వే షీ ఈజ్ స్పీకింగ్, సదరన్ యాక్సెంట్తో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు. I can't understand how tone deaf people can be. He's from the South and he's mocking one of his constituents for her accent. So in case you don't know what Foghorn Leghorn is, it's a cartoon character.
Hey, what? I say, what? Who? Oh, it's that dog again. That dog, I say, that dog is lower than a snake full of buckshot.
But so you can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. When you talk about tyranny, when you talk about presidential power, I remember having the same discussion with Republicans when Biden was elected. The funny thing is, you're sitting here and a lot of you would probably say those January 6s who are yelling just as loud as you, who are upset just like you.
So there is a lot to say here. First of all, that woman who said tyranny is rising in the White House. By the way, this is not standing room only crowd. City hall lo jarigina meeting adi. They have a spillover. Inko pakka room lo TV మీద చూస్తున్నారు, and then this room was full. And then there are a lot of people who couldn't fit in these two rooms, so they just had to wait outside. అంతమంది వచ్చారు. Remember, this is I think Trump won the district by something like Trump did not win with as much margin as this Congressman McCormick. He's also a physician. But overall, there is a strong Republican district. That is the main point you have to remember. It is also possible, like only the 30% Democrats showed up for this. It is possible, but that level of intensity, actually, chala mandi nenu oka 5-minute video chusanu. This is by a reporter. 5-minute video lo, there are a lot of people who said, like, I'm a Republican. I don't approve anything that's happening in Washington, D.C. And it seems like most of the anger is directed at Elon Musk and what he is doing. So, yes, it is possible that some of them are Democrats, but it is very unlikely all of them are. So this sentiment is brewing. Inkoka congressman Wisconsin lo Representative Grothman athan peru. So atanni deentlo idi jarigindi.
President Trump has issued a lot of executive orders. I think by and large this is moving very quickly compared to other administrations, and I think across the board he's done some very good things. I think he's gotten rid of birthright citizenship.
Illegal as hell.
So look at that. Across the board, he has done a lot of good things. You know, the same line is used a lot for Hitler also. Hitler did a lot of good things. And then when he said when he abolished birthright citizenship, people were booing left and right. అది ఇంతకుముందు కాంగ్రెస్మన్ మెకార్మిక్ దాంట్లో కూడా చెప్పాడు, బైడెన్ గెలిచినప్పుడు టెరనీ అని చెప్పి గోల్ పెట్టారంట. ఎవరు గోల్ పెట్టారు? ఎవరో సమ్ లైక్ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ రిపబ్లికన్స్ చెప్పారు. ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ దిస్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ అవుట్రేజ్ వాజ్ దేర్ అగేన్స్ట్ Biden as tyrannical as Trump వచ్చినంత ఇది. So one of the things that people are focused on, I mean, ఇలాంటి చాలా జరిగినాయండి. In the executive orders, what Elon Musk is doing to the federal government, and then Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare మీద మాత్రం I think all the pieces are falling in place. ఎన్ని రోజులు పడుతుందో ఈ తిరుగుబాటు రావడానికి తెలియదు, కానీ స్పాంటేనియస్ గా డీసీలో, నేను ఇక్కడ డీసీ ఏరియాలో ఉంటాను కాబట్టి ఐ కీప్ సీయింగ్ ఎనీ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ మాకు ఇది లోకల్ న్యూస్, ఒకసారి ట్యూన్ అవుట్ అనమాట. యూ ట్యూన్ అవుట్ అబౌట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ లోకల్లీ. అన్ని ర్యాలీస్ జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి మా ఏరియాలో. So I believe February 20th or 19th. Spontaneous. Planned. Oh, maybe it was planned. All these things are like really, really worth paying attention to. Polls are tanking for Trump, especially తనకి స్ట్రాంగ్ సూట్ అనుకున్న ఎకానమీ మీద పోల్స్ ఆర్ ట్యాంకింగ్. అండ్ బి, దానికి కరస్పాండింగ్ గా స్టాక్ మార్కెట్స్ ఆర్ క్రాషింగ్. నిన్న మోర్ దెన్ 700 డౌ పాయింట్స్ అండ్ 240 నాస్డాక్ పాయింట్స్ పడింది మార్కెట్. అండ్ దెన్ టౌన్ హాల్స్ లో రాకస్ క్రౌడ్స్ వస్తున్నారు అండ్ స్పాంటేనియస్ గా ప్రొటెస్ట్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఐ సీ ఆల్ దీస్ as good things. బట్ పర్సనల్ నోట్ ఒకటండి, బట్ జనరల్ గా చూస్తే నా జాబ్ వచ్చేసి కొంత ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ జాబ్. ఐ మీన్, ఐ డోంట్ నో లాంగ్ టర్మ్ లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది అనేది. ఎనీవే, ద కాన్వర్సేషన్ ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ విత్ మై కాలీగ్స్, ద పీపుల్ విత్ ఇన్ ద అకాడమిక్ కమ్యూనిటీ ఏంటంటే, దిస్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ given up. Some people are like, oh, నేను ఏం చేయగలను దీని గురించి, ఏం చేయలేను పరిస్థితిలో ఉన్నాడు, అంత డిఫీటిస్ట్ యాటిట్యూడ్ కనపడుతుంది. if you don't know any better, the way people are talking, it feels like there is a death in the family అన్నట్టు. అంత level of gloom and doom in a community, in a professional community where jobs are relatively secure. మా jobs, I'm a tenured professor. ఇంత relatively secure ఉన్న జాబ్ లోనే అంత doom and gloom ఉండుంటే, and how much I'm in touch with regular folks. I have some idea about federal government jobs. I have some idea about IT లో పనిచేసే ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఉన్నారు. I don't have much idea about like forklift drivers, truck drivers. I don't have any connection to, like, especially working class people తో నాకు పెద్ద కనెక్షన్ లేదు. That sentiment of end times are here అనేది, that is something that has been created by the current president of the United States, Trump, and his co-president, Elon Musk. నేను మస్క్ గురించి ఒక వీడియో పెట్టాను. ఇప్పుడు ఆ మస్క్ గురించి టూ మచ్ ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడదలుచుకోలేదు ఈరోజు. యాంటీ ట్రంప్ మూవ్మెంట్ విచ్ సీమ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ gaining strength now. Within 1 month, it is gaining strength now. What I mean by gaining strength, నిన్న మెకార్మిక్, కాంగ్రెస్మెన్ మెకార్మిక్ జార్జియాలో తనకి కాన్స్టిట్యూయన్స్ వచ్చి దే రిప్ట్ హిస్ ఫేస్. అది మీరు ఇంకొక ఒక డైనమిక్ గమనించాలి అక్కడ. ఏంటంటే అది ఒక వ్యక్తి లేచి నిలబడి మాట్లాడుతుంటే తనకు వచ్చిన అప్లాజ్ని బట్టి యూ కెన్ ఫీల్ ద సెంటిమెంట్. ఇప్పుడు ఒక వ్యక్తి ప్యాషనేట్ గా మాట్లాడితే ఆ ప్యాషన్ ద్వారా ఒక్కడిదే తెలుస్తుంది. అతనికి వచ్చిన అప్లాజ్ చూస్తే that reflects a general sentiment among people. అలాంటిది ఒక్క వీడియో చూపించి ముగిస్తాను. So this is actually at a rally by a Democratic congressman town hall.
Congressman town hall, we will show up in DC. But it's been we have to take the gloves off. We can't look for protocol. They're not playing by the rules. We have to take it to them. When I saw you at those places, and I saw you next to Maxine Waters, again, I was so proud that my representative was on the front line, right there. But I thought about Jimmy Carter, and I thought about John Lewis. And I know what John Lewis would have done. He would have gotten arrested that day. Make them outlaw you. We will stand behind you. We will be there with you. I will get arrested with you. I will do it.
I mean, that was a very inspiring video for me, in the sense like that is how you fight back. You just don't yield to a dictator and his minions, his Cash Patels with his long boots, whatever the heck, that performative nonsense they're doing. Yeah, I understand, like half the country wanted this asshole and he's here. And then it's our job to fight the fight against any further damage he can do. So with that, thank you. We'll see you next week.